feared a little. But no one, not even the most devoted Love and hip-hop fans, could have predicted what she'd blurt out during her surprise Instagram Live this week. The stream started innocently, just her chatting from her kitchen while stirring a pot of gumbo, talking about family being family, but within minutes, her words turned the entire Atlanta fanbase upside down, because right there, in front of thousands watching, she let slip a sentence that stopped everyone cold. Well, that baby don't even belong to Kirk, and Rasheeda knows it. The comments section exploded instantly. Wait, what? Did she just say what I think she said? Replay that right now. Viewers scrambled to screen record before she could delete it. But it was too late. Clips spread across X, TikTok, and YouTube before she even realized what she'd done. Within hours, the clip was trending, tagged under hashtag #RASHEED, a baby scandal, and hashtag Mama said too much. Everyone had an opinion. Some called it a setup. Others swore they'd always suspected something off about Rasheeda's quiet behavior these last few months. But what truly sent shockwaves through the fanbase was the way Rasheeda herself reacted once she found out. According to sources close to the Frost family, Rasheeda was filming content for her boutique when her phone started lighting up with notifications. At first, she thought it was another viral clip or harmless gossip until she saw her mother's face in the video. Eyewitnesses say her expression changed instantly. She froze, then whispered, "Oh my God, Mama, what did you do?" From that moment, everything spiraled. Calls were made, messages were ignored, and inside that Atlanta mansion, doors slammed loud enough for the neighbors to hear. Meanwhile, Kirk Frost reportedly stormed out of the house, refusing to speak to anyone. People close to the situation claim he was seen later that night sitting in his car outside a downtown bar, scrolling through his phone, replaying the clip again and again. And when he finally returned home, things got ugly. One insider described shouting, tears, and Rasheeda locking herself in their bedroom. Another said Kirk kept repeating, "So this is what we're doing now." As Rasheeda's mother's voice echoed through the house from someone's phone, fans, stunned and confused, demanded answers. Was this just another Love and hip-hop stunt tour had? Rasheeda's mother actually confirmed the rumor that's been whispered in Atlanta circles for years. The tension was unbearable, and social media detectives went into overdrive trying to uncover who the real father might be. Some pointed fingers at an old business partner. Others dug up old photos of Rasheeda at industry events with mysterious men beside her. By the time the dust began to settle, the Frost family was already divided. Kirk's trust shattered, Rasheeda's image cracked, and her mother? She had vanished from social media entirely. But the damage was done. And now, everyone is asking the same question. Did Rasheeda's mom accidentally reveal the truth, or did she just start the biggest cover-up Atlanta's ever seen? The night after the live stream went viral, Atlanta couldn't sleep. It felt like the city itself was holding its breath, waiting for Rasheeda or Kirk to say something, anything. But both of them went completely silent. The only person talking was Rasheeda's mother, Miss Charlene, and even she didn't realize how deep the storm was getting. People close to her said she didn't mean to say it, that she'd just been talking too much, the way mothers sometimes do. But when she watched the replay the next morning, her hand flew to her mouth. "Lord, what have I done?" she whispered, realizing her kitchen conversation had turned into national gossip. Meanwhile, Kirk sat alone in his home office, phone buzzing non-stop with missed calls from producers, friends, and even his own kids. His face was blank, but inside, he was boiling. Every headline, every blog post repeated the same phrase. Rasheeda's mom confirms secret father. He didn't even know if it was true. He wanted to believe it wasn't, but he couldn't ignore the look on Rasheeda's face when he confronted her earlier that morning. She hadn't denied it right away, she'd just looked shocked. That silence cut deeper than any confession. "Just tell me she's lying," Kirk said, his voice shaking, standing in the doorway of their bedroom. Rasheeda sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor. "Just tell me, and I'll shut everybody up. I'll defend you till my last breath. But don't make me look like a fool again." She finally looked up, eyes red, voice trembling. "Kirk, I don't even know where this is coming from. My mama talks too much. You know that. Then why ain't you mad at her?" Kirk snapped. "If she lying, why ain't you calling her out right now?" Rasheeda's breath caught. Her hands started shaking as she grabbed her phone. She dialed her mother's number, but it went straight to voicemail. She hung up and tried again. Nothing. Kirk just watched her, the tension thick enough to choke on. "You see, even she hiding," he muttered. By noon, the internet had turned into a war zone. Some fans defended Rasheeda fiercely, saying she was a victim of her mom's loose tongue. Others were ruthless, digging through old episodes, looking for signs of trouble. A few even shared clips from a season when Rasheeda looked uncomfortable talking about her youngest child's birth. One viral comment read, "Go back to that scene where Kirk avoids the hospital." He already knew. Inside the house, Rasheeda paced the floor while Kirk packed a bag. "Don't do this," she pleaded. "You walking out makes it worse." "You already did that," he said quietly, throwing a sweatshirt into his suitcase. "And if what your mama said got any truth in it, you've been walking out on me for 7 years. Tears rolled down Rasheeda's cheeks. "You really think I'd lie about something like that? After everything?" Kirk stopped mid-step, turned, and looked her straight in the eyes. "I don't know what to think anymore." Then he zipped up his bag and walked out. As the door closed, Rasheeda sank to the floor, clutching her phone. She opened Instagram, saw thousands of tags under her name, and froze at one live video thumbnail. Exclusive Miss Shirlene speaks again. With shaky hands, she tapped it. Miss Shirlene appeared, sitting on her porch, looking tired but defensive. "I said what I said," she told the camera. "I didn't lie on nobody. People take things and twist them up, but I know what I know. I've been holding a secret too long, and God said the truth sets you free." The comments section erupted. "Who's the real dad? Say his name. Is it that producer from the old label days?" Rasheeda dropped her phone, heart racing. She couldn't breathe. She texted her mother over and over. "Please stop. You don't understand what you're doing." But the damage was spreading faster than she could type. Within an hour, gossip pages were claiming the real father was someone from Rasheeda's past music circle, a man she once worked with closely before marrying Kirk. A former producer even posted a cryptic tweet, "Some of y'all been living a lie, but truth always finds daylight." It had over 50,000 likes within minutes. That evening, Rasheeda finally got through to her mom. Her voice was calm, but it carried a tremor of fury. "Mama, you're destroying my marriage." Miss Shirlene sighed. "Baby, I ain't trying to hurt you, but I'm tired of watching you suffer. Kirk done put you through too much, and everybody act like you the only one with skeletons. So you think airing them out in front of the world helps?" Rasheeda shouted. "You think I can ever fix this now? Kirk gone, Mama." He walked out. There was silence on the other end. Then Miss Shirlene said softly, "Maybe that's for the best. He never deserved you anyway." Rasheeda couldn't believe what she was hearing. "You don't get to decide that for me." She hung up, threw her phone across the couch, and broke down sobbing. The next morning, TMZ-style blogs published exclusive photos of Kirk at a downtown restaurant, reportedly seen with another woman. Comments flooded in. "Wow, he moved on fast. He embarrassed but still out here acting single." Others defended him. "If the baby ain't his, can you blame him?" Back home, Rasheeda stayed quiet, refusing to post or respond. But her silence only made things worse. Fans demanded answers. Producers from Love and Hip Hop called nonstop, offering to cover the truth on camera for next season. One insider claimed Rasheeda initially refused, but later agreed on one condition: her mother had to sit down with her on camera and clear everything up. Behind the scenes though, another secret was bubbling. A family friend claimed to have screenshots of old text messages between Rasheeda and a man known only as T. The messages were affectionate, personal, and dated around the same time her youngest child was conceived. Whether they were real or edited didn't matter, the public believed them. That night, Kirk returned to the house, unannounced. He didn't knock. He just walked in, face hard, phone in hand. "So who's T?" he asked, holding up his screen. Rasheeda's mouth fell open. "Where did you get that?" "It's everywhere," he said coldly. "You think you can hide forever? I defended you for years, through every rumor, every lie, but now your own mama saying it. And this look bad, Ray." "Don't call me that right now," she whispered. "You don't know everything." "Then tell me," Kirk said. "For once, tell me the truth before the whole world does." Rasheeda hesitated, eyes filling again. "It's complicated." Kirk laughed bitterly. "Nah, it's simple. It's a yes or no. Did you cheat?" Her silence was enough. Kirk shook his head slowly, eyes glistening. "So it's true. I didn't mean for it to happen," she cried. "You were gone all the time. We were falling apart, and I made a mistake, one mistake. But I raised that baby with love, with you. Does that not matter?" Kirk stepped back, voice trembling. "It matters, but not enough to erase 7 years of lies." He turned toward the door, but Rasheeda ran after him, grabbing his arm. "Please, Kirk, don't do this to our family. We can fix it. Just talk to me." "You had 7 years to talk," he said, pulling away. "Now the world's talking for you." He left again, slamming the door so hard the picture frames rattled. Rasheeda stood there, sobbing into her hands, as outside, paparazzi lights flashed through the windows. Within 24 hours, Her entire world had changed. Her brand sponsors paused deals. Fans split into sides. Some called for compassion. Others demanded she come clean. And somewhere in Atlanta, Miss Shirlene sat alone on her porch, phone off, whispering prayers into the humid night. Not realizing the truth she'd set free might destroy everything her daughter had built. As the second day of the scandal unfolded, Atlanta's streets were buzzing like never before. Gossip pages exploded with screenshots of Rasheeda's mother's livestream. Each clip replayed and dissected by thousands of fans. Hashtags trended worldwide: Rasheeda Bobby drama, hashtag Mama spill the tea, and hashtag Kirk in shock. Every post was a wildfire, and inside the Frosts' mansion, tension thickened with every notification. Rasheeda paced the hallway, phone in hand, seeing every new rumor, every fabricated claim, and every fan theory. She knew she had to act fast or risk losing control entirely. Her first call was to a longtime friend and confidant, Tamika, who had always been a voice of reason. "Tamika, I can't even breathe," Rasheeda said, voice quivering. "Everybody's saying the baby's father isn't Kirk. My mama said it. I didn't even know she was going live. Now Kirk's gone. Fans are screaming, and my whole life is out there." Tamika paused. "Ray, listen. Deep breath. You gotta control your next move. Stop replying to everything. The more you react, the more it spreads. Trust me, I've seen this before. You gotta tell your story your way, not through someone else's lens." But Rasheeda couldn't calm herself. She tried reaching her mother again. Miss Shirlene picked up this time, her tone softer, but still defensive. "Ray, I didn't mean for it to blow up like this. I was just talking, and the words slipped. You know I didn't mean harm." "Mom, you don't get it," Rasheeda shouted. "Harm? You just destroyed my marriage. Kirk's gone. The internet is eating me alive, and you think talking is harmless." "Ray, sometimes the truth hurts more than the lies," Miss Shirlene replied, almost whispering. "I just wanted to be honest. I can't control what the world does with it." That conversation ended with silence. Rasheeda knew nothing would be simple from here. Kirk had blocked all calls, messages, and texts, retreating somewhere to regroup. Insiders reported that he had been seen at a private hotel on the outskirts of Atlanta, refusing to answer his phone. He wasn't alone, though friends claimed he had a small entourage, trying to shield him from the media storm. The irony wasn't lost on the public. While Kirk was hiding, Rasheeda's mother had inadvertently unleashed an unstoppable force. As the day wore on, Rasheeda received a text from a former producer in the music industry, one she had worked with closely years ago. The message was cryptic. "I hear things are messy. Don't let them define you. The truth always has layers." She stared at it for a long time, wondering if he was the man being implied in the rumors. Her heart sank with the possibility, yet she didn't want to believe it. But social media didn't give her that luxury. Fans had already connected dots, tagging him in every post and speculating wildly. Inside the mansion, emotions ran high. Rasheeda's siblings were caught in the crossfire, fielding calls from friends and relatives desperate to understand the chaos. Whispers of betrayal, accusations, and lies filled the air. At one point, her younger brother slammed a door so hard that everyone jumped. "Enough," he shouted. "Can't you see this is tearing us apart?" But the tension wasn't just between family. Kirk's friends reportedly confronted him, demanding to know if the rumors were true. Sources claim the conversation got heated, voices rising, fingers pointing. "Are you seriously going to stay silent while everyone drags her through the mud?" one friend asked. Kirk's face was unreadable. "I need to know the truth first. Everything else is irrelevant." Back at home, Rasheeda decided she had to take control of the narrative. She scheduled a private live session with her closest fans, attempting to clarify her side. Her hands trembled as she looked into the camera. "I know a lot of people are talking about my family, my marriage, my baby, and I know you've seen my mom's life, but please, don't jump to conclusions. There's so much you don't know." The chat exploded instantly. "Tell us who the father is. We deserve the truth. Stop hiding it." Rasheeda swallowed hard, fighting tears. "I can't right now. I promise, one day, you'll hear it from me. But today, please trust that I love my family and I am doing my best." Fans' reactions were mixed. Some sent messages of support, others accused her of covering up. Meanwhile, gossip blogs framed every word, twisting her tone into scandalous headlines. Rasheeda dodges questions about baby's paternity. One article screamed. Another posted, "Is Kirk the real dad?" Frost's silence speaks volumes. Amid the chaos, an unexpected twist arrived. Miss Shirlene posted another clip on her social media. This time, she was calmer, holding a cup of tea. "I'm not here to start fights. I said what I said because I believe in honesty. But this is not about tearing families apart. It's about truth. And sometimes, truth hurts more than we think. The clip went viral again, reigniting discussions and debates. Every major outlet picked it up, each framing it as a new chapter in the saga. Analysts speculated about the fallout, suggesting that the revelation could impact everything from endorsement deals to the next season of Love and Hip Hop. As night fell, tensions reached a boiling point inside the Frosts' home. Kirk returned unexpectedly, walking into a silent house. Rasheeda was in the kitchen, her phone streaming live clips, tears staining her cheeks. "Kirk, I don't know what to do anymore," she whispered. He didn't respond at first, just stood in the doorway, eyes scanning the chaos. "Everything's out there," he finally said. "I can't protect you from this. Maybe it's too late." "Please, Kirk," Rasheeda begged. "I never wanted this to happen. It was my mom, not me. I love you. I love our family. We can fix this if you just trust me." Kirk's expression softened for a moment, then hardened again. "Trust is gone, Rasheeda. I defended you for years, believed in us, believed in our family. Now, I don't even know who to believe." The night ended with both of them in separate rooms, thinking about the fractures that had formed. Outside, paparazzi lined the streets, capturing flashes of the house, eager for any new development. Inside, every word, every glance, and every tear seemed amplified by the storm of public scrutiny. Little did they know, the drama was far from over. Hidden messages, old rumors, and social media detectives were ready to dig deeper. The Frosts family was now under a microscope, and every move they made would be analyzed, debated, and broadcast for the world to see. The stage was set for more confrontations, more secrets revealed, and a scandal that seemed determined to define Atlanta's gossip landscape for months to come. Fans stayed glued to their screens, waiting for the next twist, the next confession, the next confrontation. And somewhere deep inside, Rasheeda knew that no matter how hard she tried, the truth and the fallout from her mother's accidental revelation was only just beginning. The following morning brought no relief, only a heavier weight pressing down on Rasheeda. Every notification on her phone felt like a hammer striking her chest. Gossip sites ran wild with headlines. Rasheeda's secret baby father revealed. Frost's family drama escalates. The comments sections were relentless, fans debating, accusing, and taking sides. One thread even claimed they had traced a mysterious figure seen with Rasheeda years ago, suggesting him as the potential father. The frenzy grew exponentially, fueled by speculation and misinformation. Rasheeda felt like she was trapped in a storm with no exit. Inside the mansion, the atmosphere was suffocating. Kirk had returned late, quiet but tense, and refused to acknowledge Rasheeda directly. Instead, he sat in the living room, scrolling through social media posts, every one another reminder of the world's eyes on their private lives. "I can't believe this," he muttered under his breath. Rasheeda watched him, unsure whether he was angry, hurt, or both. She tried to speak, but every word felt hollow compared to the whirlwind outside. Just then, her brother came rushing in, holding a printout of a gossip blog. "Ray, look at this. They're saying your mama planned this. That it's all a stunt." His voice was panicked, the room shaking with his frustration. Rasheeda took the paper, scanning the lines. "They're lying," she whispered, but even she couldn't convince herself entirely. The doubt had begun to creep in, fueled by the chaos around her. Meanwhile, Miss Shirlene posted yet another video, this time with a calmer tone, addressing the public directly. "Listen, I love my daughter," she said, "and I made a mistake, but I cannot sit by and let lies go unspoken. If anyone thinks I did this for attention, you're wrong. I only wanted honesty. Sometimes honesty comes too late, and that's on me." The clip went viral instantly, reigniting the storm. Fans dissected every word, looking for hidden meanings, confirming their worst suspicions, or defending her integrity. As the hours passed, a new layer of drama unfolded. Sources claimed that Kirk's close friends confronted him privately about the situation. "You can't just sit back," one friend reportedly said. "You need to talk to her, clear things up, or the world will dictate your story for you." Kirk's response was tense, bordering on despair. "I don't even know what to believe anymore. 7 years of my life, and now I'm not sure if any of it was real." Rasheeda, on the other hand, felt herself being pulled in multiple directions. She wanted to defend herself, confront her mother, and reclaim control over her narrative, but every attempt seemed to backfire. She tried another live session, this time with a few close friends present for support. "I know you're all seeing what's going on," she began, voice trembling, "and I know it looks bad. My mom's words were not intended to hurt, but they did. I love my family, and I would never put them through intentional pain. Please, wait before jumping to conclusions. Yet, despite her heartfelt plea, the comments continued to flood in. Tell the truth. We deserve answers. You can't hide anymore. The pressure was unbearable, and Rasheeda realized she couldn't escape the public eye. Every move she made, every word she said, was amplified and judged. That evening, Kirk and Rasheeda faced each other across the living room. The tension was palpable, a silent battle of trust, anger, and heartbreak. Kirk finally broke the silence. How am I supposed to trust you after all of this? He asked, voice low but sharp. Rasheeda's eyes filled with tears. I never wanted this to happen. It's my mom, not me. I didn't ask for her to go live, but now we have to deal with it. Deal with it, Kirk echoed bitterly. We've been dealing with lies and half-truths for years. Now it's out, and everyone's watching. My life, our life, all of it. Rasheeda tried to reach out, but Kirk pulled away. I need space, he said quietly. I need to think. Maybe this isn't fixable. He left the room, leaving Rasheeda alone with the echo of his words. The following days brought no respite. Paparazzi waited outside. Fans camped near their home, and gossip outlets continued to speculate about the identity of the real father. Insiders revealed that old texts, photos, and videos were being examined with intense scrutiny, trying to connect dots that may not even exist. Rasheeda felt trapped in a whirlwind of accusations, her every action misinterpreted or sensationalized. Amid the chaos, an unexpected ally reached out, an old friend who had remained silent during previous controversies. Ray, the friend said over the phone, you need to take control. Stop letting the world decide your story. Set the record straight on your terms. Otherwise, this is going to keep spiraling. Rasheeda knew the advice was sound, but fear and uncertainty held her back. She thought of her child, of the life she had tried to build with Kirk, and of the unspoken truths her mother had released into the world. Every decision felt heavy, every word loaded with consequence. As the days turned into a week, Kirk and Rasheeda barely spoke. The house was filled with silence, interrupted only by the occasional phone alert or a knock at the door. Friends and family tried to mediate, but even they admitted the situation had reached a point of no easy resolution. The emotional strain was visible on everyone's face, and the tension between Kirk and Rasheeda became the centerpiece of every conversation. And yet, in the midst of the chaos, Rasheeda realized one thing: she had to reclaim her voice. She had to confront the rumors, the lies, and the speculation before it consumed her completely. The journey ahead promised to be painful, but necessary. The storm created by her mother's words had uprooted everything she had known, and now she faced the challenge of navigating a world that refused to let her private life remain private. Fans stayed glued to updates, the drama continuing to unfold live across social media. Each new post, each new video, each whispered rumor added fuel to the fire. Atlanta watched, riveted, as Rasheeda and Kirk's family drama evolved into one of the most talked about scandals in reality TV history. Little did anyone know, this was just the beginning of a series of shocking revelations, heated confrontations, and emotional upheavals that would push Rasheeda, Kirk, and their entire family to their limits, leaving Atlanta and the world wondering how or if they could ever rebuild trust after such explosive exposure. The next week brought a level of chaos that no one in Atlanta or the fans online was prepared for. Every time Rasheeda or Kirk moved, social media tracked it. Every post, every story, every like became evidence in the court of public opinion. Gossip outlets claimed sources had leaked private messages between Rasheeda and her mother, suggesting that Miss Shirlene knew more than she had ever admitted. Insiders said Rasheeda spent nights crying alone in her room, replaying her mother's livestream over and over, each time cringing at the words that had set this avalanche in motion. Kirk, meanwhile, had secluded himself at a private villa outside the city. Friends reported that he was furious, devastated, and feeling betrayed, not just by Rasheeda but by the mother he had always considered family. The tension between him and Rasheeda escalated each time they attempted a conversation. One evening, Rasheeda went to see him at the villa, hoping to calm things down. Kirk, we need to talk, she said softly, standing at the threshold. He didn't look up. Talk? What's there to talk about? My life is online. Your family's words have destroyed everything. Please, I didn't ask for this, Rasheeda pleaded, stepping closer. My mom, it was a mistake. I never wanted this to go public. I love you. We can fix this if we just fix this. Kirk's voice rose, anger lacing every word. The world knows, Rasheeda, our friends, our fans, everyone. There's no fixing what's been exposed. No amount of love can erase that. Rasheeda's eyes filled with tears. I can't change the past, but we can move forward. Please, Kirk, give me a chance to explain, to show you that this doesn't define us." He finally looked at her, eyes hard. "And what about the baby? Do you expect me to just ignore what your mama said? That baby may not even be mine." Her throat tightened. She shook her head vehemently. "I can't control what she said. You know me, Kirk. I've always been honest with you. I've never hidden anything from you." But Kirk turned away, pacing the room, hands running through his hair. "Honest. Honest is her livestream telling the world secrets I shouldn't even know. Honest is everyone questioning my life, my marriage, my family. Honest is you standing there, defending what has already broken us." Rasheeda backed up, feeling the weight of every accusation. Outside, the wind howled, a reflection of the storm inside the villa. She realized then how fragile their bond had become. Each word, each accusation, each leaked rumor had eroded the trust that had once been the foundation of their marriage. Back in Atlanta, social media frenzy reached a fever pitch. Fans speculated on every angle, who the father could be, why Kirk hadn't defended Rasheeda, and whether Miss Shirlene had intentionally revealed the secret. Clips from the original livestream were re-uploaded endlessly, each time with captions like "Mother exposes shocking secret" and "Real father revealed." Meanwhile, Rasheeda's friends attempted damage control. They organized small meetings, drafted social media posts, and tried to keep her brand afloat amidst the chaos. But every plan seemed futile. The public wanted drama, and the truth or partial truth was their entertainment. One evening, Rasheeda received a call from an anonymous source claiming to have insider information about the real father. The voice was low and cautious. "Ray, you need to be careful. Everyone's talking, and the wrong person, knowing the truth, could make this worse. Think before you answer anyone." She hung up, heart racing. Her mind spun with possibilities. Was this someone from her past? Someone connected to her career? Or just another opportunist looking to profit from her pain? She couldn't tell. Every decision felt like walking a tightrope over a pit of fire. Kirk, on the other hand, was facing his own internal battle. His friends urged him to confront Rasheeda publicly, to demand clarity. "You can't just stay silent," one said. "People are making assumptions. Do you want the narrative to control your story?" Kirk's jaw tightened. He knew they were right, but every time he considered the confrontation, the betrayal and hurt came rushing back. Inside the Frost's mansion, Rasheeda spent sleepless nights scrolling through comments, watching videos, and trying to piece together what had happened. She realized that no one would stop speculating until a clear story emerged. She couldn't rely on her mother or Kirk to control the narrative. It was up to her. The following morning, a new twist surfaced. A former cast member of Love and Hip Hop came forward, claiming that they had seen messages between Rasheeda and a man referred to only as Jay during the time her youngest child was conceived. The messages were affectionate, personal, and seemed to confirm rumors of a past affair. Fans immediately linked Jay to Rasheeda's baby, creating a wave of speculation that spread like wildfire across social media. Rasheeda's phone exploded with notifications. Texts, calls, and emails poured in. Some were supportive, some accusatory, and some downright threatening. She felt cornered, overwhelmed by the intensity of the situation. Every time she tried to respond, a new rumor or video would surface, making her previous statements seem meaningless. Kirk, having learned of this new development, confronted Rasheeda once more. His tone was sharp, tinged with pain. "Every day there's something new. Every day the world drags my family through the mud. How am I supposed to trust you after this?" "Rasheeda," her voice breaking, pleaded Kirk, "please. I never wanted any of this. I love you. I love our family. I'm trying to protect us, but everyone's twisting everything. You have to believe me." He shook his head slowly, pain etched into his features. "I want to believe you. I really do. But the damage is done. The world knows what your mama said. The speculation, the rumors, they're all over. And every day, it feels like we're further apart." As the day turned into night, the emotional strain was unbearable. Rasheeda sat alone in her room, reflecting on the events that had unfolded. The livestream, the rumors, the confrontation with Kirk. The public scrutiny. It was a storm unlike any she had experienced. She realized that the journey to reclaim her life, her family, and her reputation would be long and difficult. Outside, the city lights of Atlanta flickered like distant stars. Indifferent to the turmoil inside the Frost's home, the scandal had consumed not just Rasheeda and Kirk but their entire family, leaving them grappling with trust, betrayal, and the unrelenting gaze of the public. The world had watched, judged, and speculated, and there was no turning back. The story was far from over, and each passing moment promised new revelations. conflicts, and shocking confrontations. Rasheeda knew one thing for certain. If she didn't take control of her narrative soon, the chaos would never end. The storm her mother had started showed no signs of slowing, and the battle for truth, trust, and family had only just begun. Every decision, every conversation, every public appearance would carry weight, shaping the course of the scandal that had captivated Atlanta and beyond. The tension was unrelenting, and the drama was far from finished. As days turned into another week, the Frost's family found themselves trapped in a whirlwind that showed no signs of slowing. Every move they made was scrutinized, dissected, and broadcast to a hungry public. Paparazzi camped outside their mansion, while online sleuths dug through every past photo, interview, and social media post, hunting for clues about the baby's real father. Even small gestures, a glance, a text, a deleted comment were interpreted as proof of hidden secrets. Rasheeda felt the pressure mounting, knowing that the world's eyes were on her every heartbeat. Kirk, meanwhile, had remained mostly silent, but the tension between him and Rasheeda grew heavier by the hour. Friends reported that he spent entire nights pacing the living room, phone in hand, scrolling through social media feeds, desperate to make sense of the chaos. One friend revealed that Kirk muttered repeatedly, 7 years, and now all of this, his voice cracking as he struggled with the possibility that the life he thought he knew might not be real. Rasheeda tried to maintain composure in public appearances, attending boutique events and industry meetings, but even there, whispers followed her. Every handshake, every smile, every word seemed to be under a microscope. Fans approached her on the street, asking questions she couldn't answer without inflaming speculation. She realized the scandal had become bigger than her family, bigger than Kirk, and bigger than the truth itself. It had become a public obsession. At home, the tension boiled over in private. One evening, after another day of social media attacks, Kirk finally confronted Rasheeda. "I can't keep pretending this isn't tearing us apart," he said, voice low but sharp. "The world knows. I don't know who to believe. And every day, the rumors get worse. How am I supposed to trust you?" Rasheeda's hands shook. "I never wanted this, Kirk," my mom spoke without thinking. "I love you. I love our family. Nothing has changed between us. Nothing I've done changes that." He shook his head bitterly. "Love isn't enough when trust is broken. 7 years, Ray. And now, everything feels like a lie." Tears streamed down Rasheeda's face. She tried to reach for him, but he stepped back. "Please, Kirk," she whispered. "Don't walk away. We can fix this. Just give me a chance." He remained silent for a long moment, eyes clouded with pain. "I don't know if I can," he admitted. Then he turned and walked out, leaving Rasheeda trembling in the doorway, clutching her phone like a lifeline. The next day brought more chaos. Gossip blogs claimed insiders had evidence linking the baby to a former music industry figure, sparking a frenzy across social media. Fans speculated wildly, piecing together old photos, interviews, and cryptic social media posts to solve the mystery. Some claimed Rasheeda had been in contact with this man during Kirk's absence years ago, while others suggested a completely different angle,